Okay, so I would like to talk about the math operation on complex numbers, but this time around we are going to work on the polar forms where you have r angle theta, and the exponential forms, which is r e exponent j theta. Okay, so now when there are certain conditions we should know before working on polar and exponential. When you have, say, z1 is equal to 12 angle 90 degrees, then z2 is equal to 3 angle 45 degrees. There is We cannot directly find the sum of these two because they do not have the same angles. So in situations like this, you have to convert z1 and z2 into the polar form, and then you can find their sum. Okay. Same as the subtraction and for the exponential as well. Hence, however, when it comes to multiplication of these two values, all you have to do is that maybe, let me say, a z1 is equal to r1 angle theta 1, and z2 is equal to r2 angle theta 2, and we are asked to multiply these two. What we do is we multiply the magnitudes and we add the angles, or you can decide to change everything into polar form and find it and come and find the angle back. You still get the same answer. So let's work on this example. Okay, so supposing you have been given z1 multiplying z2 of this, all you have to do is, our r1 is 12 and our r2 is 3, so we multiply it and we add our angles, 90 degrees plus 45 degrees. So we have 36 angle 135 degrees. And since we know the conversion, we can try and convert these two into our rectangular form and find their multiplication or their product. Then you trace it back to the polar form and see if you are going to get the same answer. Okay. Also, supposing this was given you in, say, 12e exponent j 90 degrees. This, the degree should come, because if the degrees is not there, it's supposedly a radian, so the degree should come to show that it's an angle. Okay, and we have 3e j 45 degrees. Okay, so now the same way we deal with the polar form for multiplication, we do same to this. So we are going to multiply the magnitude, then we add the angles. So angle theta 1 plus angle theta 2, degrees or rad. Okay, so let's solve this. Z1 equals 12e j 90 degrees, and Z2 is equal to 3e j 45 degrees. Okay, so our Z1 Z2 is equal to 12 by 3, 12 by 3, 12 by 3, e exponent j, and the sum of the angle, all in degrees. So we have 36 e j 135 degrees. And if we convert this into our polar form, we get Z1, Z2 is equal to 36 angle 135 degrees. 135 degrees. Just as we got when we use the polar form to solve it, confirming our answer. Now we would like to talk about the division of the polar form and the exponential or exp exponential. Okay, given z1 to be 12 angle 90 degrees and z2 being 9 angle say 25 degrees, and you are asked to find the quotient or divide z1 by z2. All I need to do is to divide my magnitude and find the difference between my angles. So what do we have here? We have 1.33 angle 65 degrees. Let's see how far we can go with our exponential form for the same question. So z1 is equal to our exponential form, converting it. We know our r or magnitude 12, e j 90 degrees. Then z2 equals 9 e j 25 degrees. So now our z1 over z2 should be equal to 12 over 9 e j 90 degrees minus 25 degrees, and we still have 1.33 e j 65 degrees. That's what we have for our division, and we have for our division for both polar and exponential. Okay, so there are some few things I would like to talk about when it comes to complex numbers or regarding complex numbers. So one is the reciprocal reciprocal of the complex number when it is in polar form. So the reciprocal, say you've been given z is equal to r angle theta, and you are told to find the reciprocal. The reciprocal is 1 over z equals 1 over r, and the angle will be negated. So 1 over r angle negative theta. Also, when you're asked to find the square root or the root of z, so let's say we are dealing with just the square root of z, is also equal to the root of r angle theta over 2. So assuming it was a cube root of z, it would have been the cube root of r angle theta over 3. So the root will determine the denominator of the theta. And one thing we talked about, that was the complex conjugate. The complex conjugate. It is usually represented with asterisk. With asterisk on top. So the asterisk will tell you it's the conjugate. So let's say this is the conjugate of a plus jb is going to give us a, and we just have to negate our imaginary part. What if z is equal to j5 plus 2. And you are asked to find z complement or z conjugate. We say, since this is the imaginary part, we negate the imaginary part, plus 2. And that's our complex conjugate. So we would like to solve some questions in our next video. Thank you.